Hi guys, today we're going to react to Green Serpent by Jinjer. This is a Buy Me a Coffee request from Dan W60. Thank you, Dan, for this request. We appreciate all your ongoing support.
Thank you very much, Dan. We appreciate the ongoing support, and a personal thank you from me for a bunch of Jinjer requests you're sending our way for me to brush up on before I see them next month. So, yay me.
The grapes are falling down. The grapes are falling down. The grapes are falling down. Please add some sober water into heady wine. Don't turn into a raging storm this peaceful night. This peaceful night. Here it comes, the green serpent. It puts you on the path. How deep is the road? And it's tempting my heart. The grapes are falling down, and you get them one by one. The drum stepped into the end of life. You could witness his blood. It's not him who drinks from the bottle. It's the bottle that drinks from him. It's starting here. You don't drink it, you observe it. Eventually you're swallowed by the mud. Here it comes, the green serpent. It puts you on the path so unsure.
Definitely gets me excited towards seeing them live next month. It's another awesome banger from Jinjer, but something about it is a little different. It's a little more maybe melodic, or maybe there's just more changes in there or something, but it sounds fantastic. I really like it. There's some imagery in the video that kind of works with the lyrics, but obviously a lot of it is layered here. It's quite interesting.
I've grown very fond of seeing Tatiana playing different characters in their thematically driven music videos because you get a different aspect from each character, and because we're reacting to it live, it's pleasurably hard to try and understand what she's trying to say with each character. This music video starts with her laying down on a massive bed of grapes, and I've never seen this from Jinjer before. I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen it in any music video. It's a beautiful shot, beautiful way to start a song. She's laid down and singing. It immediately explained a little bit of the subject matter, I think, in the song. The song, Green Serpent, I think it's about greed. Green means money, the pursuit of money. And the grapes is like the prize. Regardless of the song, grapes ferment, they become wine, but it's also an addictive substance that can kill you, a form of toxin. It's a very interesting way to start a music video and have it laid out. There are other things in here that I can't quite decipher yet. It's going to take a little time.
In some ways, if you look at it as kind of an overall, the song might actually be talking about addiction more than any other things, because it seems like it's talking about alcoholism, the grapes into heady wine, and there was a line there, please add some sober water. It seems like that refers to alcoholism. But when you think about it a little more, the Green Serpent, as you said, for me, when I just looked at the name of the song before I got too deep into the lyrics, I thought it was talking about envy, green. And then I thought, oh, yeah, green, money, greed, maybe. So it actually seems to be talking about a lot of things. And the way it kind of unfolded, I thought it might actually be talking about power and that kind of addiction. So it does seem like there's a lot in there, and it will probably take some time and sort of rereading and unpacking to kind of really get to the bottom of it. But as we know, Jinjer don't tend to really explain too much what their thinking was behind. Well, actually, Tatiana, her thinking behind writing the lyrics, and she says that sometimes it just comes out of her and it means what it means, and whatever it means to you, but to her, she's not even sure exactly at any point in time. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got the alcoholism vibe from it, but it didn't just mean alcoholism to me. It meant alcoholism and substance abuse that follows the inability of oneself to handle success when they pursue that green serpent. That's why a vineyard is something you need to cultivate like a career. When you get success, you actually get to fund the different ways in which you handle success, substance abuse and alcohol. So that brings to your destruction. That's why I think that line there, add some sober water, as in, if you want to interpret it, keep your head straight, stay in the sane zone so you won't burn yourself out with everything that has to do with success and the inability to handle it.
Yeah, which in this case kind of takes that green serpent to mean maybe something more like ambition in a way, because it says here it comes, the green serpent, it puts you on a path. How deep is the mud in this tempting vineyard? The grapes are falling down and you pick them one by one. The drunk stepped into the adult life. Lukewarm wine is his blood. Those final two lines here in that section say, it's not him who drinks from the bottle, it's the bottle that drinks from him. To me, when thinking about alcoholism, it took me back to that old joke. They check your blood alcohol, you know. So how much blood did you have in your
Yeah,
alcohol?
how much blood do you have? Yeah.
Yeah. But although here it means something else, but that's what it kind of took me to.
The serpent gives an umbrella on a sunny day and takes it back when it rains. It holds so much annihilating power. So it's turning saints into sinners in just 1 hour. It's starting here. You don't take it, you absorb it. Eventually you're swallowed by the mud. Here it comes, the green serpent. It puts you on the path so unsure.
A foe and a friend locks you in pirouette. Shame has more than headache. Let the green serpent slither away. Let the green serpent slither away.
The grapes are falling down. The grapes are falling down.
Wow.
It's a beautiful music video. I love music videos like that from Jinjer. Most of them are like that. It makes you contemplate and question, what did I just see? Like a riddle in a very artistic form. Something interesting that I saw in the music video, there's a serpent, there's a snake slithering mountain on Tatiana as she sings. It's not green, but she performs in a green outfit in a different section. That serpent is not, I don't think that's a mistake. It could be a mistake. They could have looked for a green snake to put in the music video, but they couldn't find one that wasn't venomous. That is a possibility, but I think it's deliberately not green, because it's like saying the real culprit is not the money or temptation or your inability to handle success. The real culprit is you and your indulgence in substances and in alcohol.
Well, there's a line in there that kind of matches that in a way, you know, about turning saints into sinners in just 1 hour. So quickly, too. From those kinds of lines, it makes me think like it's talking about something like greed or ambition, or both, some sort of a combination. But it's really greed that is probably the dominant one. There was one line that made me think about it. Shame hurts more than headache. Made me think about headache as in a hangover, taking me to alcohol, but the shame hurts more than the hangover. And that can go for drinking and that can go for greed with what it makes you do. So it's saying let the green serpent slither away. So get it out of you. Don't let it keep hold of you. It's got a lot of depth and perhaps too much to even cover in a first reaction kind of thing. But some beautiful lines, no question. I like that line that says, it's starting here, you don't drink it, you absorb it, eventually you're swallowed by the mud. You might feel great for a little while, but eventually you'll sink just like everybody else kind of thing into that mud, because that's really what it is.
Yeah, also mud makes you sink unnoticeably. When you're in the mud and you start sinking, it happens in increments. You don't realize that you're too far gone until it's too late. And what you said about that shame hurts worse than headaches, if we're looking at substance abuse, alcoholism, then it could mean that what will persuade you to correct your ways is not the health risks or how you feel, it's your accountability towards others, because what you do affects the people in your life. That's what brings you shame.
Yeah, and it's funny, the more I look into the lyrics, the more I think about the possibilities that we brought up, things that popped into our minds going through it. And you've got that alcoholism, which relates to addiction, and ambition, which relates into greed. And I mentioned power. And then there was this thing about the serpent gives an umbrella on a sunny day and takes it when it rains. It gives you what you don't need when you don't need it, and takes it away when you do need it. And it holds so much annihilating power. So it's turning saints into sinners in just 1 hour. That made me think that all those possibilities that we've brought up are all possible. They can all like fit into these lyrics. It's something I love about Tatiana's writing, that it's not laid out for you. Nothing is that clear that tells you which way to go. You can still take it in different directions and it can fit many, many things. But it's obvious that the green serpent represents a negative, basically something that takes you down the wrong path, and that you should let it go, get away from it, and not want that, whether it is whatever addiction gives you, or power, or greed. None of them are worth it. That's pretty much what it's saying.
I don't know if I identified something in subtext or it's just where my mind takes it. They're talking about mud in there. I don't know if it's a widely known fact or a little known fact. A vineyard, grapevine, doesn't need roots to grow. Doesn't need to have strong roots in the earth to grow. So when they're talking about mud, they're talking about you doing something that is so destructive. You're doing the opposite of growing roots. You're doing the opposite of evolving as a human when you let yourself deteriorate and poison yourself in order just to deal with what's happening to you. You let life happen to you when you go down that treacherous and destructive road. I went with that direction just because they mentioned mud, because when you have mud, we can't really imagine something growing out of mud. There's no roots in the earth.
Yeah, mud can take you in many different directions. Whenever I hear mud, it takes me to a line from a Soundgarden song, and I'm kind of paraphrasing, but it says something along the lines of, I wallowed in the mud with all the other pigs, which kind of fits here as well, because pigs wallow in mud, and anything to do with greed, it can fit that. It talks about a path. If you're walking a path that is muddy, it's going to slow you down, you're going to sink, you're going to get dirty, it's not going to be a clean one. So it could be many, many things. But saying eventually you're swallowed by the mud means you're going to actually like drown in it. So you're not getting anywhere. This is what's going to eventually kill you, one way or another, maybe figuratively, maybe not. But it definitely paints it as some kind of a serious negative, that if you should, it means that you have the power to get away from it. Let the green serpent slither away. Don't hold on to it. It means that you are the one. If you let it go and it slithers away on its own, that means you're holding on to it. So whether it is addiction, ambition, power, greed, whatever it is, it's all things that you can let go of, but you're holding on to it. So that's kind of the positive. It's saying you do have the power to get away from it. So do it. Very, very cool. A great sounding song. I like sort of the complexity in the changes and everything. And I love Tatiana's voice, and I love the way everything about it sounds. I love that sort of bass, call it solo, but bass outro at the end. It was just fantastic.
I love songs that linger.
So I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully seeing this song live. Have I mentioned I'm going to see Jinjer next month?
The band, not the root.
Maybe both. Thank you, Dan W60, for another awesome Jinjer request. We absolutely love this band, as we know you do as well. We thank you so much for the ongoing support. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Dan, for this Jinjer request. We love reacting to this song. More like this would be much appreciated. And thank you for all your ongoing support. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified on all our future videos. If you have a song you'd like us to react to, please make your request through BuyMeACoffee. The link is at the top of the description below. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
As always, our Jinjer Reactions playlist should be up on the screen sometime about now. Please give it a click, check it out. There's so much awesome stuff there for you to enjoy, as we have. Thanks again, guys. We appreciate your support so much. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks again, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.